Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. I got some tea. I got some tea for y'all. Y'all, hold on. All right, everybody. I'm gonna give y'all. I'm gonna give y'all some time to come in here, but since it's been a minute and 8 seconds and no one has come yet, I'm just gonna spill the beans. Fort Worth police officer who fatally shot Tatiana Jefferson charged with murder. The booking came just hours after Aaron Dean resigned from the Fort Worth Police Department. The Fort Worth, Texas police officer who fatally shot a woman while she was babysitting her nephew over the weekend was charged with murder on Monday, jail records show. Former officer Aaron York was being held at the Tarrant County Correctional Center, the records show. The arrest came just hours after Dean's resignation from the police force earlier Monday. Interim Police Chief Ed Cross said at a press conference that he intended to end Officer Aaron Dean's employment, but that Dean tendered his resignation first. Okay, you guys, let's break this down bit by bit. I'm sorry if you guys can't see me. I prefer it to be this way. That way I don't have to focus on anything. But this right here, I guess Fort Worth is not trying to be the new Dallas when it comes down to the Amber Geiger situation. They're not trying to have a long, drawn out, high profile court case on their hands or the police department. Neither are they trying to lose the trust of the Fort Worth community. So I guess I can give them kudos and props for that. But let's continue, everyone. Dean, who joined the police department in April 2018, still faces possible civil rights violations, Cross said. Dean was initially placed on administrative leave following the killing of victim Tatiana Jefferson, 28. He has not been cooperating with investigators in the case, Cross said. Pause. Now, I heard that the officer said that he was in fear for his life. Now, you guys, y'all know I can be a ramble box here and there, but this is dealing with law. So, y'all follow me here. How can you be in fear for your life when it's a welfare check? How can you be in fear for your life when the door was ajar? How can you be in fear for your life when you hear video game music, video game sounds being played? I mean, you wasn't in fear for your life when you as a cop walked up to that door, bypassed that door, went to the window, and didn't announce yourself as a person of the law or a civil servant, aka a cop, and shot through her window. But I digress. Every cop's best defense is I was in fear for my life, but this time it didn't work. Now let's continue reading. Had the officer not resigned, I would have fired him for violations for several policies, including our use of force policy, our de escalation policy, and unprofessional conduct, Cross added. In a separate news conference earlier Monday, Jefferson's family demanded an outside investigation into her death and called for the officer who killed her to be fired. No shade, no tea, no tea, no shade, no discount at Marshall's. or Saks and Fifth Avenue. But baby, I would have asked for the same thing. You cannot trust your local police department with matters like this. You know they're gonna investigate themselves and find themselves not guilty of no wrongdoing. By a statement by the family. This man murdered someone. He should be arrested. Darius Carr, Jefferson's brother, told reporters. Cross brought the case to the Texas Rangers, who he said were not inclined to take it up at this point, and to the FBI, which did not immediately say whether it would review it. Pause, rewind, and press play. Cross brought the case to the Texas Rangers, who he said were not inclined to take it up at this point, and to the FBI, which did not immediately say whether it would review it. Now press stop. Why wouldn't the FBI want to investigate something like this? Come on, people, come on, come on. Come on, people, come on. Let's call a spade a spade. This woman was a military veteran, for one. And you know, most military veterans, they're going to try to find something to smear your name. They're going to try to find something. Oh, she had PTSD. She had this. She had that. She was this. She was that. Her medical jacket, they're going to try to pull that. If there's nothing on her medical jacket, they're going to look into her home life. You know, her civilian life. If there's nothing from her civilian life, her home life, nor her military life, what next can they do besides smear her for her skin color? Now, let's press play and continue. Fort Worth Mayor Betsy Price said she was heartbroken. Parentheses around heartbroken by the killing, and says she asked city manager David Cook to hire a third-party panel of national experts to review the city's police department. Everything from top to bottom. Jefferson was playing video games. Like I said, let's rewind 5 seconds. Jefferson was playing video games with her nephew early Saturday morning when a neighbor noticed the front door of the house was ajar. Concerned, Jefferson was playing video games with her nephew early Saturday morning when a neighbor noticed the front door of the house was ajar. Concerned. Let's stop right there. I'm going to just make this quick. Then I'm going to finish reading. What happened to the days where, you know, if you stayed in a safe neighborhood, a safe environment, you can go, hey, is everything all right? Oh, I was just making sure. Okay, I'm not going to call the cops. Everything's fine. What happened to those days when you could actually go to your neighbor's house and make sure they're well before you call the cops? But I digress. Let's finish. Concerned, the neighbor called the Fort Worth Police Department non-emergency line to request a wellness check. Not a welfare, but a wellness check. Body cameras showed that when police arrived, an officer shined a flashlight through Jefferson's window and yelled, "Put your hands up. Show me your hands," before firing a single shot at Jefferson seconds later. Pause. Does this not sound familiar? Does this not sound familiar? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry some of y'all not paying attention, but does this not sound familiar? Amber Geiger, Botham Jean, all over again. But I digress. And there's a video I want to play for you guys. Lee Merritt, an attorney for the family, called the Fort Worth Police Department response to the situation absurd. And he said he was asking the U.S. Department of Justice to come in and take a consensuous look at the policies and procedures that allow something like this to happen. Now, this article is long and drawn out, but I'm about to play the body cam footage. I'm about to play the body cam footage for you guys. So, y'all just, bear with me. Oh, I gotta turn it up. There y'all go. It's turned up. Oh, crot. Uh, okay, there we go, y'all. Y'all just listen. Y'all just listen. This is the body camera footage, you guys. I'm gonna let it play so y'all can hear it. Then I'm gonna show it to you guys. The officer then stops and draws his weapon as he sees someone watching from inside a window. These are the subtitles, the captions. Put your hands up, show me your hands up. And he shoots. And that's the end of the video. Now let me show you guys the video itself. It is. Y'all, hold on. The Fort Worth Department released. The Fort Worth Police Department released the body cam footage. Okay. Now, I want y'all to notice how he never said he was the police. The officer responding to neighbors' concern about the doors being left open at the home. Now, this is all body camera footage. The officer then stops and draws his weapon and sees someone watching from inside a window. Now notice there was no inclination that I am Fort Worth Police Department, I am the police, I'm the law. No, none of that. Now let's go to the brothers. The brothers plea.
There is frustration and a lot of anger in Fort Worth, Texas, where a community is outraged after a deadly police shooting. A white police officer killing an African-American woman. 28-year-old Atiana Jefferson inside her own home while babysitting an 8-year-old nephew. That officer is being interviewed today by his department's major crimes unit. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is in Texas with new details. This was a 911 call from a neighbor who saw an open door and thought there might be something going wrong. The police officer shows up and with no notice, without warning, according to the video that I saw, Gabe, shoots through the window and kills this woman.
Yeah, it was incredible, Andrew. It was actually a
shout out to NBC News for the tea.
Hours later, the call was to a non-emergency number, Andrea, and that's part of the reason that the victim's relatives are so upset right now. Now, we're actually at the office for the attorney for the victim's family, Tatiana Jefferson, 28 years old. The news conference is happening in the room right next to us, and we're about to speak to several of the victim's siblings. But we just heard from the victim's brother just moments ago.
I am currently stationed in San Diego. I served my country for the last 12 years. In that time, I've been trained and taught. There are pre-planned responses to everything you do. And when you don't do it the way you've been trained or when you've been taught, you have to answer for that. You have been trained. You know better. So you have to answer for that. Fort Worth PD cannot investigate themselves. This man murdered someone. He should be arrested.
So the victim's family certainly has a lot of questions right now. Now, Andrew, as you mentioned.
Now, didn't I say Fort Worth Police Department shouldn't investigate themselves? Didn't I say if they investigate themselves, they're going to find themselves not guilty of anything? Her and her brother are military veterans. Okay, now this article is long and drawn out. I'm not gonna read it, but I'm gonna play one last video from NBC News, and I want y'all to see this.
This morning, a community demanding answers.
She wasn't killed. She was murdered by the Fort Worth Police Department.
And the family devastated.
These are the people that's supposed to protect us. They're not doing so.
As new details emerge about the shooting death of 28-year-old Tatiana Jefferson, shot in her own home.
The tragic loss of life has major ramifications for all involved.
I'm calling about my neighbor. The front doors have been open since 10 o'clock.
Fort Worth police say that 2 a.m. call from concerned neighbor James Smith to a non-emergency number prompted a dispatch.
A black man?
To investigate. The white male officer, who never identifies himself as an officer, is seen on body cam walking around the outside of the home, shining a flashlight on the walls and doors. He then approaches a side window and opens fire within seconds of drawing his gun.
Put your hands up! Show me your hands!
Jefferson was pronounced dead at the scene. Police say a gun was found inside the home, but it's not clear whether it was anywhere near Jefferson. Her family's attorney says Jefferson was simply at home babysitting her 8-year-old nephew, who described what happened.
They were playing and having a good time, and then they suddenly heard some people in the bushes outside. She went to the window to see what was going on, and moments later she was shot.
Jefferson's sister Amber is the boy's mother.
What kind of training is that?
It'll now be up to the district attorney to decide whether to bring charges. Again, the officer has not been publicly identified, but we're told that he's been with the department since April of last year. He's now been placed on administrative leave.
Y'all, tell me how y'all feel about that. Like, honestly, from a scale of 1 to 10, tell me how y'all feel about that. I mean, this is the second killing in the state of Texas But a town and a half over. I'm not from Texas, but I want to say it's a county and a half over from Dallas to Fort Worth. How can this same thing keep going on and on and on and on and on and on and on? That's all I want to know. And if any of you noticed anything, it was a white cop again, but this time it was an African American female and a Caucasian male. Do you think the same justice is going to be served? Let's call a spade a spade. We all know that the police union is going to protect their Caucasian males. We all know that an African American female is the least protected in all demographics of life, walks of life. So I'm willing to bet that this is going to be swept under the rug. Even though charges of murder have been filed against this man, but this is going to be swept under the rug. Because us as black men, well, not us, myself excluded, don't protect African American women. So this right here, this should be a wake-up call. Sandra Bland should have been a wake-up call for a lot of people. And a few other African American women who've been killed unjustly should have been a wake-up call to a lot of people. But that'll never happen. But you guys, I gotta go. I'm going to take my shower. And I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.